Hello, hi, welcome back. I think it's episode 14 of It's Loud in Here, and it is a little loud because somebody I think just walked by my house and, they're barking and it's loud in here. And this I got on vacation in South Carolina. My dog is smarter than this president. And what's great is that this works in perpetuity, but it definitely works right fucking now. So it is June 11th, I think, of 2025. It is day number 7,000 of Donald Trump's presidency. And I just got back from vacation on Saturday. And it was a good vacation. I laid down a ton. I got really tan. You can't really see it right now. I mean, maybe you can if I stand up. I'm tan. Um, I'm tan. I got back Saturday. My dogs kind of missed me, I guess. I They're alive. My house did not burn down. Um, that's about the extent of how excited I was with my dog house sitter. Bare minimum is in fact a thing. I'm doing this today because I had some stuff I wanted to talk about, and today was kind of rough. I took yesterday off because I had a migraine for 3 days. It started on Sunday. I didn't have any caffeine, and I don't know. I mean, I had a migraine right before the last time I recorded one of these. Man, they suck. And I hate that they became a superpower with, I'm pretty sure, perimenopause. And they are awful. And if you've never had one, and I hadn't for a very long time, then I hope you never get them because they are the worst. They are the worst. And I actually went to the doctor yesterday in the middle of one. And again, 3 days. And I worked Monday through one. And then I actually played softball with it Monday night. And I play like buns because it's hard to play with a migraine. But I went to the doctor yesterday and it was just for a yearly that I was due for. And going to the doctor is tough because it is a practice of medicine and you really got to advocate for yourself. And I did. Um, I explained how they don't just come with my period anymore and I'm getting at least one a month and sometimes it's close to four and I just don't want to live like this anymore. So I got a preventative drug and I took it last night with Imitrex, which is a drug that's supposed to stop it. And within a half an hour, it did stop it. And it seemed to make today, I was able to work. I worked from 8 to 6, which is a really long day. I did 4 houses and it shouldn't have taken that long, but I was working the day after a 3-day migraine. So it was just a rough day. I came home and I just wanted to get this down before I forgot the stuff that I wanted to talk about. So I'm just going to get the politics stuff out of the way first. So there are riots. I mean, riot's a loose term, right? And I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this because uh, your side, my side, the fucking truth. And I figured out why people don't say a lot of words on the interwebs. And it's because they want to not get demonetized, right? So can't say certain words and then put stuff on YouTube or you get demonetized. Well, no one's paying me shit, so I can say all the words, right? So your side, my side, the truth. So January 6th happened, right? When Biden won the election. And then Trump didn't think he lost. And so people stormed the Capitol. And a portion of the people that were in Washington stormed the Capitol, right? So there were a whole bunch of people that were protesting. And a portion of those people rioted, stormed the Capitol, broke in. They, what is it called when you, I can't think of the term. I can't think of the term when you break stuff, whatever. So they broke stuff and they beat up cops and they beat up people and people died and they it's there. It's in my head. It's there, right? And so there, just a portion of people protested. Some people rioted and damaged property. That's not it. That's not it. That's not what I'm thinking of. But that's it. That's what property. Yes, but yes, right. So there were. Damn it. I can't think of what it was. Shit. But so people protested. Some people did this, right? So in LA is very, very, very vast, right? And so a large amount of people are protesting, and they should be. And if I was in LA, I would love to think that I would be on the right side of this. I would love to think that I would be protesting. A large amount of people are protesting. A small amount of people have done property damage. Maybe it is property damage. I don't know. a small amount of people have done bad things and have caused violence, and a small amount. And Donald Trump sent in the National Guard and said he's sending in the Marines, and I don't know if he has yet. I haven't checked the news date. I've been really busy. I work 10 hours. But they should be protesting. They should be. So here is the problem, right? So Biden, Biden, uh, Biden opened the borders, and that was wrong because it was. And so here is the thing: your side, my side, the truth is that the right likes to think that the left just wants everybody in the country. We don't. We don't, and we definitely don't want the criminals. And then there was a thing where they were putting people in New York in hotels and giving them bank cards and the money and our tax dollars. No one was okay with that either, right? And then they did, in fact, shut down the borders before Trump became president. But those people, it wasn't okay. But then Trump ran on this premise that every immigrant was a criminal. And that's not true. And he just ran on fear, and he ran on this idea that your life sucked because there were immigrants. That the immigrants were the reason that you were poor, and the immigrants were the reason that you didn't have a good job, and the immigrants were the reason that you are stupid. Turns out, though, that you're poor and you're stupid and you don't have a good job. Mostly just because you're stupid. And even if those immigrants weren't here, you'd still be stupid. And because you're stupid and you don't work hard, you're poor. And you're going to stay poor because you are stupid and you don't work hard. And you're never going to better yourself because you are, in fact, stupid and lazy. And the hardworking immigrant who came over a decade ago, 2 decades ago, 3 decades ago, and has worked hard the entire time they've been here and had a family and just existed here, working hard and starting businesses and paying into our systems, being a part of our communities, not hurting anybody and not being criminals. They've done you no injustices. But Donald Trump fed into your stupidity, and you needed someone to blame for your shitty life because it couldn't just be that you're stupid and lazy, and that's why you're poor. It couldn't be that you married the chick that you don't like and that she might have been, mildly attractive at one point. But now that you've given her all of the stupid babies, because you made a lot of stupid babies with her, right? Because you don't actually use the birth control. And that God that you love so much, well, you didn't actually have the abortions you should have, and you didn't use the birth control, but you love Jesus. So you got all the retarded children. So now you definitely have no money because you're poor, you're lazy, you're stupid, you got the ugly wife, you've got the dumb children, now you have no money. But you see the immigrant who's doing better than you, so it's got to be his fault, right? Well, Donald told you, so it's got to be their fault. They got to be criminals, it's got to be their fault. Got to be their fault. Well, now, right? You see this? This is bad. We're going to definitely do something with this. So now, what's happening is there's not actually that many criminals, right? There's not actually that many criminals. And so the reason they're protesting in LA is because what they're doing is because ICE doesn't actually have that many criminals to pick up and arrest because there were never that many fucking criminals. There's never that many criminals. And what they should do is the millions of people that have just been here contributing to society, they should get the opportunity to just be citizens. They've been here for decades. Let them be citizens. They're not hurting you. They've been contributing to society. And California is run by immigrants. Let them become citizens. Well, now ICE is going out and grabbing them. Just grabbing them. And so Californians who know these people, they're a part of their community. They're saying, no, you're not taking our friends. You're not taking our people. And they're protesting because it's not okay. Donald said he was going to take criminals. They were going to take criminals, and these people aren't criminals, and so they're protesting. And some people are doing things that they shouldn't because people do what they shouldn't all the fucking time. Because some people are, in fact, criminals. Americans are criminals. Americans are criminals. I am a criminal. I'm going to do this again. Every one of my friends are criminals. Every one of them. All of them have records. All of them. The people that they're arresting, they're not criminals. And coming into the country illegally is a misdemeanor. What ICE is doing is not okay, and they should be protesting. They should absolutely be protesting, and ICE should be stopped. Two things can be true at one time. Two things can be true at one time. And what happened on January 6th, it was treason. It was treason. And cops got beaten. And you don't get to pick and choose when you support the cops, dum-dums. This is the same thing of you don't get to pick and choose when you support the Constitution. You don't get to call what is happening now a riot and what happened on January 6th a protest. It's either a riot then and a riot now, or it's always a protest. You don't get to only think something is wrong when it isn't supporting your fucking agenda. You are being a hypocrite. You don't get to say that Sleepy Joe was smelling children and that was inappropriate, but Donald Trump could walk into dressing rooms of children doing pageants, little girls, and that was fine. You don't get to say that Joe Biden was a pedophile, but Donald Trump being best friends with Epstein was perfectly appropriate. Hypocritical. Do you see what I'm saying? You either get to not care that they are pedophiles, or you get to care. Pick a fucking lane. Just pick a lane. That's all I'm saying. You get to pick a lane. It gets to matter to you that women are raped. It gets to matter to you that women are harassed and women are raped, and you get someone out of their office of mayor. Now I'm coming for fucking New York, right? Mayor Cuomo. He was taken out of office in New York because of what he was doing to women. This is real. He was taken out of office because of what he was doing to women, right? He lost his mayoral. He lost the ability to be mayor. He's running again. Did you know that? He's running for mayor. And he is not doing badly. You know, every time I do this, I think about how I'm going to shave my head. So maybe one of these days, I'm just going to shave my head. There was a woman at the beach, and I have an undercut, right? Because my little baby hairs make me want to murder myself. And she had it shaved all the way around. And I figured out that I'm not going to do that. Like, she had it shaved, like, all the way around. And it looked bad, so I'm not going to do that. But every time I do one of these, I do, in fact, debate on doing it. I love this shirt. It just makes me so happy. And again, I can wear it every new president. I listen to this podcast and I love this podcast. It's got Josh Peck. I love this podcast and I love who he does it with. But he was talking about how this guy should be the mayor because of how much he supports Israel and the Jewish people of New York, because outside of Israel, the biggest Jewish population is in fact in New York. And I am not saying anything negative about the Jews. I am not anti-Semitic. I absolutely love the Jewish population. If I was ever going to choose a religion, it would be Jewish. Oh, geez. I think the Jewish people are fantastic. I do think we should stop supporting the genocide of children in Palestine, though. But outside of that, the man likes to do harassing things to women. He is not a good man when it comes to women. He should not be allowed to run for mayor. No, just no. You should not be able to do bad things to women. I don't understand. That should just be a non-starter. You do not get to rape's bad. Sexual assault is bad. I don't understand. Like that whole, there's a whole thing about transgender women. There's a whole thing about how trans women should not be allowed in women's bathrooms. And they shouldn't be allowed in women's sports. And a big part of that is because of our locker rooms, because we deserve a safe space. I mean, trans women are dressing up as women to rape us. They're dressing up as women to come into our bathrooms and rape us, right? Mayor Cuomo legitimately was harassing. He was removed from office for harassing women. And now he's running for mayor again. And that is legitimate. That's actually a thing, right? So he can get kicked out of office, but you cannot transition into being a woman. You cannot go through hormonal replacement. You cannot start to, because you want to rape. Like, I cannot. The narrative that you are protecting women from people that are legitimately trying to transition into being women. But this man is an actual predator against women, and he gets to run for mayor again. I need you to know that what this shows is that the theory of women being safe and women mattering is not an actual thing, because you don't care about women. You don't care. It's not real. It's the same way that children don't matter, right? Because again, Donald Trump hung out with Epstein. He's president. He's president of the United States. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. He was convicted of sexually assaulting a woman, right? He's president of the United States. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We don't matter. You know what? I have done my part for child trafficking. I have done my part. Republicans try to get rid of the solution to child trafficking all the time. I did my part. I absolutely 100% did my part to stop child trafficking. I had abortions. I did my part to stop child trafficking in its tracks. I had abortions. Republicans try to get rid of the solution to child trafficking every day. Every day they try to get rid of the solution. The solution to child trafficking is abortion. If there are no children, there is no child trafficking. If there is no children, there is no child pornography. Just saying. I have the solution. Republicans try to get rid of it every single day. Every day. Come at me. I'm just saying. It doesn't matter. So why don't we stop pretending that it matters, right? It doesn't actually matter to anybody. It doesn't matter. I just feel like we should own this shit, right? It just doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that women get raped. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that children get touched. It doesn't matter. It only matters if it's your neighbor. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that they say that they're only going to deport criminals. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Because the people that are deporting aren't criminals. They're just people. Or they're arresting. They're just people. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Do you know what I found out the other day? It's crazy. I did not know this. Melanie Griffith, right? She was married to Don Johnson. She met him when she was 14. He was 22. 22. Now they did wait. They waited to get married until she was 18. I feel like I don't have any eyebrows. Look at those guys. Am I going to start drawing these in? I don't want to do it. I don't feel like I look normal with eyebrows. They look so light. It's like this weird, like, so weird. I'm so sorry for all that. Dakota Johnson, her mother, that is nuts. He was 22, she was 14, and they moved in like a year after he met her. That is bananas. Like, that's pedophile shit, right? Elvis. He met Priscilla when she was a child. When they are famous, we don't care. We don't care. We don't care. We just don't care. It is nuts. If it's our neighbor, we get bothered by it. But when they're famous, we just don't care. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. It's the same way, like they made that big deal. And it is a big deal. It's a very big deal about the illegal immigrant who raped and murdered the girl. It's a huge deal. But again, white guys rape and murder all the time. All the time. All the time. They spend so much time talking about how men are transitioning to become women so they can walk into our bathrooms and rape us in the bathrooms. I want to see statistics about the amount of women who are getting raped by transgender women in bathrooms versus women who are just getting raped everywhere else. Because I was never raped or assaulted in a bathroom by a transgender woman. But I have most definitely been raped and assaulted lots of other places. Never by a transgender woman. Lots of white men, though. Lots. Sorry, boys. Sorry. So, yeah. So there's my little spiel about just being honest. I think we should just admit we're just gonna stay kind of rapey, kind of bigoty, and I think that might be the name of this. Let's just stay rapey and bigoty. So I had some fun thoughts while on vacation. One, I'm not fat. I am not fat. I'm 5'9" and I weigh between 152 and 150, like 6 pounds, right? I am a biscuit. I know that I am a biscuit in theory. I also know that, again, I talked about this on the little body weight episode or body episode. I grew up in the time of heroin chic, and that sucks because, again, to me and the way that I look, thin is pretty. And so at the beach, this girl walked by, and she she was fat. Like, I don't mean that in a mean way, but she was grossly obese. Just she was, and I'm not saying that it's bad. I mean, okay, I'm gonna say it's a little bad because body positivity is fantastic, but again, like, health matters. Like, health just matters. Like, when I went to the doctor yesterday, oh God, fucking RFK. That guy is a pox on science. I posted this thing today and it 100%. It was like the Oregon Trail thing, and it 100%. It's like, you have died on the Oregon Trail. And I said, I was like, you have died of dysentery. And when I go get my blood work at my doctor's, I'm going to ask them to add in I'm going to ask them to check my levels on my measles vaccine, because if I have to get another one so that if measles goes around the goddamn planet again, I don't fucking get it, you numbnuts. Science is fucking real. I don't know how many times I have to fucking say that, and I don't care if he doesn't trust the goddamn government. Science is fucking real, you potato. Ugh. So I have a lot of doctor's appointments coming up. I'm gonna get a mammogram, a gynecology appointment. I'm gonna go get a dermatologist appointment and the gastro, just in case I lose my Medicaid. Because health does matter, and so being grossly obese is not healthy. You know, you've got arteries, your heart. Let's just be honest. Being very, very, very big, it's not healthy. It's just not. I'm not mad at you for it. I battled weight. It's not healthy. So this girl, pretty girl, grossly obese. She was just fat. She was in a bikini, and you would never. I would have never. And she was confident, and I got so fucking jealous. Jealous. The confidence that Gen Z has, that I wish I had been given a fucking iota of. Because even in this body that I know I am a pretty girl, and I know that my body is probably in the best shape, but I know that I look good. I know that I do. And I still 100%, when I put on a bathing suit or tight, I wonder if I look okay. I spent today thinking I was retaining fluid around my knees. I don't fucking know, man. I think that might have had something to do with migraine. Uh, I just, like, I wish I had that confidence. I do. I wish I had an iota of that fucking confidence. Good for them for that. I mean, again, I want you to be healthy in it, because having some fat is whatever. Being fat is unhealthy. Two truths. Two things can be true at one time. You know, everybody can have a little fat and it's not a big deal, but being fat is a risk. Also, Gen Z is ridiculous because the best friend's sons, like, bathing suits. Totally, men's bathing suits come with that built-in liner, right? Both those boys wore boxers underneath their bathing suits. That was weird. And then what is it like with children? They always wear socks. They always wear socks. Like, any sandal. I mean, they didn't wear flip flops. That would be bananas. If you had like the thong and a sock, like, that's nuts, right? But like, they just always had socks on. Like, in sand. In sand. How are you gonna wear socks in sand? Like, that is nuts. How are you gonna have socks in sand? And I have a whole thing with sand we talked about. I don't like sand. But like, how are you gonna wear socks in sand? And they weren't the only people I saw on the beach with sand. How are you gonna wear socks with sand? And like, I watched them put on sunblock, and I'm not saying you gotta be a brain trust, but like, I mean, you should be a little bit of a brain trust, right? Like, I need you to be a little bit smarter than the thing that you're doing. So like, you know, like, sometimes you watch people do things and I'm like, I feel like you should be smarter than that thing that you're doing like that, because that's not smart. You know what I mean? And like, I wear a lot of sunblock because I like my skin, and I've never been to the dermatologist, which is why I want to go, because I just want to make sure, because I like sun, but I like sunblock. Like, you can get tan, well, not. Like, I love people like, I just need one good sunburn and then I'm tan for the rest of the summer. Yo, that's not real. That's skin cancer. Just saying. Like, I mean, let's go. Good talk. You know? So yeah, I had some I don't know. I just don't know. Sometimes I think people are dumb, right? And the huge part of that is I feel like there's this idea like people don't need college. Like we just need more. And I mean, like trades are important. I do blue collar work. I clean houses. Again, two things can be true at one time. I went to college. I didn't graduate because I'm an obstinate idiot. I don't know that I would have done anything in it. I might have ended up cleaning houses. I find I have a valuable trade, but I'm a luxury. I find that it was valuable to go to college. I like that I am intelligent. I find reading fun. I like knowing things. I don't want to be a potato. I love that I might not know all of the same stuff as RFK. I love that I am smarter than that man. I love that I know that I am not a walking potato. You know, I love that critical thinking actually exists inside of this body. You know, college is not something that feels empty to me. And I don't look at people who went there and think that they're idiots for that. I also 100% find that blue collar jobs are valuable. Two things at one time. Come on. I had something else I wanted to talk about. This is going back a little bit, but Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese. I find it very funny that there's this idea that women can't talk shit. It reminds me of Charles Barkley, right? I love that he was a bad boy. Dennis Rodman, bad boy. Larry Bird talks so much shit, right? Michael Jordan, all these men talked shit. I love that they talk. I love that they don't. I want them to not get along. I love what they're doing for the WNBA. I still don't watch women's basketball. If I'm honest about it, I don't watch much men's either. It's just, come on. You know, it's fun live. I just don't want to sit and watch it. I just, you know, I mean, no one watches that much sports. I mean, it's been really good for it, but who really watches it? Then all the people out there, I can't believe they don't get paid as much as men. You don't watch their sports. I don't watch their sports. I knew why they weren't getting paid as much because no one watches it. That's why they're not getting paid anything. That's why no one. Did you ever go watch Lisa Leslie? No, I didn't. I mean, it just makes sense, right? Now they're going. Now they're getting paid more. Come on, apples, apples. There was something. Sometimes ADHD is not my favorite game. Sometimes it is. Sometimes it's not. It's hot in the house. Getting in the summertime. No one had AC on today. I have been melting. Melting. Why did they have to do Wicked in two parts? I read that book a long time ago. I can't remember it. I left it at a Chinese restaurant, a buffet, before COVID. No one goes to buffets anymore, I feel. Do you go to buffets? I did not buy shoes at the beach. I looked. I did not buy shoes. I did. I bought this jumper thing. I'm going to live in it. When it gets a little bit cooler, I'm going to show you guys. It is amazing. And it's not like a romper, so I don't have to get naked to pee. Which, by the way, I know I go to the bathroom naked, like before a shower and stuff. In public, getting naked to pee is one of the most awkward things on the planet. Most awkward things on the planet. I know there was something. Here, that was Charlie. I don't know. So yeah, I'm hoping everything calms down a little bit politically. Elon and Trump broke up. I mean, of course they fucking did. Who didn't see that coming? He asked him to save all that money. The guy ruined his name. Just hatchet jobbing the fucking. It's so annoying trying to talk to anybody on the right now. Only because it's just immediately like the left just can't agree with it. You guys just aren't doing anything the right way is the problem. No one's disagreeing with the things that needed to be done. You guys just didn't do it right. You just fired everybody that didn't need to be fired. Like, Fucking RFK. 17 people. All the people for vaccines. All of them. People are gonna die. Fun fact, there was this website fresh out of college. I worked at this book. It was Books International. They would ship book shipping warehouse for companies that sold books, and one of them was the American Society for Microbiology. Science! And fuck you, RFK. So I was just good at my job, so I would have downtime and I would play on the interwebs. God, it was so long ago. It was when I had MySpace. And one of the things I would look up is the Darwin Awards. And I don't know if you know what the Darwin Awards are, right? But the Darwin Awards, it was a website for people who died. Got a Darwin Award. They took themselves out of spreading their DNA throughout the population. So you got it for either dying without procreating or just getting rid of your genes, which meant taking your nuts or your eggs out the population, right? So Texas is doing a real good job, right? And so there's going to be a lot of people that are unvaccinated and their children. That's sad. They're not going to vaccinate their kids. They're going to die. But, I mean, people are going to die. People are going to die. Mostly dumb ones. Mostly dumb ones. Because the dumb ones, lack of critical thinking, those dumb, poor people, who love to pass the buck, who love to blame other people for their situations, who love to say, it's your fault. It's your fault I'm like this. It's your fault I'm poor. It's your fault I'm miserable. It's your fault. It's your fault I live like this. It's your fault I have too many kids. It's your fault my house is too small. It's your fault it's dirty. It's your fault that my car is old. It's your fault I can't afford food. It's your fault. It's all your fault. It's my neighbor's fault. It's that brown guy's fault, right? God. I mean, look at the black guy down the street, right? It's his fault. God, that guy. He just moved here. It's his fucking fault. He's raising the rent. It's his fault. They're paying people less than they would pay me, so they hired them. It's his fault. It's all their fault, right? It's all their fault. That stupid fucking poor guy. He's gonna listen. They're gonna die. Maybe that's what we need. Maybe we need a fucking culling. Maybe we need a thinning of the herd. Maybe this is the planet solution, right? Maybe the planet solution is RFK. Maybe the planet has said, "Yeah, we needed RFK. We needed this fucking dum-dum. We needed this fucking potato. We needed this potato to be in charge of HHS. So that fucking dum-dums die. Maybe this is how we get the smarties in the..." Oh my god, I fucking watched Handmaid's Tale yesterday when I was home with my migraine. So one, horrific. I wish that my uterus would fall out of my body sometime. Just because that fucking show is terrifying. It's just terrifying. If you haven't watched it, it's fucking terrifying. But two, yeah, maybe the planet solution to overpopulation is RFK. And we just need to lose a bunch of dum-dums. Maybe. So yeah, man, stay bigoty, stay rapey, stay child touchy, man. Own your shit, man. Stay hypocritical, stay angry, stay blamey, stay poor, stay fucking hood. I got it, man. Stay just fucking blamey. I'll tell you what, stay on the wrong side of fucking everything. Cause that's about the tone of everything right now. Just stay on the wrong side of shit. Because if you're going to do it, I tell you what, if you're going to stay in that spot, lean the fuck in. I'm not going to be there with you. I'm going to try hard to sit right the fucking critical thinking and knowledge and honesty. And I'm going to really try to be the person who, God, man, who is not fucking endorsing a man who was ran out of fucking office for his treatment of women and then saying, yeah, get him back in here, man. Fucking Mayor Cuomo. I'd never want to be the person who voted for someone who was convicted of sexual assault, like fucking Donald Trump. And God, man, they're just, there are just some things that, man, y'all got daughters, and let them know. Let them know that when you tell them, it matters. It matters that if someone ever touches them wrong, that they can come to you and that you'll listen and that they'll be heard and it'll matter. When you lie to them, when you lie to them and you tell them that it'll matter and that that person will be held accountable, you remember that. You remember that lie that you're going to tell them that it'll matter. Just remember that. So, just, just stay rapey. Stay rapey, Murica. Stay rapey. Damn the man save the empire. I will see you guys next time. Thanks for listening as always, the 10 of you. It's always a pleasure. See you soon.